Here it is, guys. Alright guys, in this video you're going to see how to change the high pressure power steering hose on a, I believe it was a 2003-2004 Audi Quattro Allroad. Super simple for the most part. It's not a very difficult job. We're going to call a shop and see what they charge. Keep in mind these videos were recorded about a year ago. I was very far behind on uploads. I still am very far behind, but let's go ahead and call, get a quote, and then you guys can see that it's not an absolute terrible job. So let's go ahead and call a BrakeMax or Firestone and see what they say.
Just the part looks like it's a little over $700 for just the part on that. That's not including the fluid, the labor.
Uh-huh.
It looks like even if it was something I was going to do, I would have to special order that just probably several days away. And you're looking at maybe the hose and the part, not including that special fluid that I know a lot of those vehicles take. You're just under $1,000 without even adding fluid to the vehicle.
Okay, but that's with labor?
That's with labor, yeah. You're just under $1,000. So it's like $917.62, not including the fluid. I want to say that power steering fluid on those is about $30 or so a quart.
Uh-huh.
You'll get the correct fluid in it.
Okay.
But yeah, like I said, I would recommend taking it to somewhere, that specializes a little more in those Volkswagen, BMWs, Audis. Because I know if you connect them wrong, if you get in the wrong spot and you start breaking some stuff because they are kind of fragile on some of the plastic things under there, they can kind of be, for lack of a better word, a can of worms to open some of those old Audis and Volkswagen and things up.
Alrighty, thank you for that.
No problem.
Uh-huh, bye. Alright, that was Firestone. They said the part's $700. I think the owner bought it from Rock Auto, so that might be an OEM part. I'm going to pause this, I'm going to look it up real quick. Okay, so I looked up the part. The part is $200 to $300. Firestone said $700. They could be ordering it from the dealership, I don't know. It's twice the price, so just expect to pay. And he also said that doesn't include fluid, which that fluid is expensive. I remember the owner buying it and bringing it to me. I think he ordered it from Amazon, if I recall correctly. But yeah, guys, so expect a $700 to $1,200 quote if you're taking it to a shop to get this job done. Or just do it yourself, save money to your own pocket, get the tools, do it yourself, and get it done, guys. So hopefully this video helps you. Next video, we'll show you guys how to install the hose. I had to separate the videos because it was getting a little long. So this one is going to be how to remove your power steering high pressure hose. And also, I did change the little elbow one in the same video. And who knows what they'll quote you just to change that little one. So I guess that's a bonus for you guys. But thank you guys. Like, subscribe, share, and I will eventually catch up with these videos that I am very far behind. Thank you guys. Enjoy the video. Okay guys, here we are. The Audi is finally back up in the driveway. I did have it in the garage back in November. We are in March. Today's the 20th, so be a while till you guys see this. But I did already work on this. It's having a power steering issue. It's got a leak. It leaked out all the fluid. I did pull all this off already. I did make a clip of it. I don't know if I'm going to include it in this video or just start it over and do that video all over again. The owner needed some time to get the parts, so I had to put it back together, move it out into the street for a while. But I want to replace this hose and the pressure hose that comes off of the pump. So I got to remove the belt and remove the I'm trying to think, these pipes off, some of the intercooler piping, and I cannot figure out where this hose goes. It goes somewhere under here and it ends up right back here. I've made a ton of videos on the Audi. A lot of the Audi community was not much of a fan of the videos on the Audi. To be quite honest, I don't see very many of you guys making videos of this chassis. So keep that in mind when you guys want to throw out negative comments. I don't see you guys helping the community. So keep that in mind. I am going to go ahead and start pulling off everything and get back to where I was. Some of the clamps are already still pretty loose because I didn't tighten everything back up, just to make things a little easier for me when I do come back to it. And today's the day, so I'm gonna go ahead and remove some of these pipes. I think I removed these guys, and yeah, so let's start working on this. Alright, so you remove the piping that is here. There's another one that goes here, the top piping. So here's the intake manifold. To get the belt off, it's a 17 millimeter. You got to get on the tensioner pulley, pull it to your right. So pull it towards the driver's side to loosen it, and then you'll get the belt off. Then I want to replace this hose. Now, since you can see it, this hose as well. I have replacements for both of those. They're rock solid. So I got to pull off the power steering pump to replace this hose. And that one goes somewhere along under here, and it pops right back up right there. So that's the hose I got to replace. So now I'm going to pull off the belt and then work my way on probably removing this off of here and removing the power steering pump next. I don't think you guys can see it, but it's a 22 millimeter socket on the banjo bolt on the power steering line. Yep, 22 millimeter on the banjo bolt. This will get the top line off. Remember, there is a crush washer on the inside of the bolt and then on the other side. So there's two crush washer bolts. Should replace them. I don't know if there's new ones that came with the replacement hose, so I will reuse them if I have to. I'm actually going to replace this hose right now with the replacement one. I've seen and read they have to pull the power steering pump off to get that hose in here. I'm hoping that I don't have to deal with that. So let's hope that I can fit this in there. So I'm gonna clip those off and then try to get that hose out. It's dry rotted, so it'll probably just break apart. I got it, guys. I got it, guys, without having to remove the power steering pump off the block. You kind of need to pinch it like a V and kind of wedge it on the bottom and then start it on the top and push it down, and then it'll like it'll catch. If you get like the aftermarket hose, I think they're a lot they have more rubber to it, so you won't be able to do it like this. But these ones are from Rock Auto and they're pretty flexible and they work perfect. So now I'm going to go ahead and just tighten down these clamps, and this saves a ton of time. Alright, there it is. It's replaced. I plan on making this 2 separate videos, but looks like it's not all that bad. I'm going to grab the new hose for this guy so I could show you guys what it looks like and how it is somewhere ran through here. So let me go grab the new hose real quick. But yeah, I got new clamps on there. These are like I forget the exact name, but I know axle clamps are very similar to this, pretty much the same thing. I just broke them off, and the old hose, I chipped away at it. Freaking disgusting, but there it is. Now let me go get the new hose. Alright guys, here goes everything that came with the replacement hose. So there are 2 crush washers, so awesome. I believe they go both on this side, so there's one stuck on the power steering that I have to remove. Here goes this note also. The original equipment power steering hose may or may not have a welded on bracket. In cases where a bracket is found on the original equipment, use the enclosed adjustable bracket. So yeah, I don't think that's needed. I don't see anything here, and on the back side I don't see anything either. So now, taking a quick glance at this, this goes under this intake manifold and out over here, just like this, pretty much. So now I need to somehow get that out. So I'm going to get this off and see if I can pull the hose out this way or the other way. I don't know, but I'm gonna set up the camera and start messing with that. Alright, so I have an 18 on this side and a 19 on the bigger one. Just like that. Broke it loose. Voila. Now, let's see if I could pull it out. Alright, I'm gonna have to look at this a little bit more. It looks pretty snug in there. Okay, so I removed the filter box, the MAF out of the way. I did come across a broken hose. Looks like it goes from this, from here, this valve cover, all the way around to that valve cover. So I did message the owner, and it looks like we are going to have to replace that also. Meanwhile, if you guys can see, there's a 13mm bolt. Remember it said on that paper a weld-on bracket? I guess there's a bracket welded onto the stock one, and it holds itself right here. So when you unbolt it, that little bracket is welded onto the stock power steering hose. That's what I'm assuming. So I'm going to finish getting this bolt off, and I will turn on the camera to show you guys which way I snake it out. Okay, loosen up that bolt. Let's see if I can get this out without any issues. Alrighty. Well, there goes the hose. There goes that well down bracket. And to be quite honest, I don't know if this was the leak. Yeah, maybe it was. Yeah, this might have been the leak. So, that hose is out of the way. Okay, so I asked on the Facebook pages about this hose that broke. They said it's part of the PCV or PVC valve, whatever. I always say it backwards or the other way around. But I removed the little plastic cover right here just so you guys know if you guys had to replace your spark plugs or your coil packs. It's right here. There it is. Spark plugs are in there. Not too terrible to get to on this side, but they said get a hose, like a 3-inch or 5/8 hose. I believe that's the size that they said. And I remembered on my Integra, I just replaced my radiator hoses on that car. So I cut a piece of the hose and I removed this piece that goes there. I removed it so that I could slide a hose on here, and then I can slide that right in here and clamp it. Also, just know this little rubber piece slides off of this to give you some room to play with this. I did unplug this sensor to get the power steering hose out. So, a nice easy fix for those watching this video. Here is the easy fix for this. So I'm going to go ahead and clamp this hose up and continue on with the power steering. So, quick tip, guys. This is awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Very thank you to you on that, to the person on the Facebook page. Saved, that's probably like, I can only imagine how much this line costs from freaking the dealership. This Audi stuff is not cheap at all. And this clamp I don't think is good. So I'm gonna turn off the camera, get a good clamp, and clamp this together here. There goes that fix, guys. So that should be good. It's nice and clamped. Hose is in there good. I just gotta remind myself to plug this guy back in. Okay guys, here goes this. It is on. All I gotta do is plug this guy back on. I know there's a clip here before, but it's not here now, so at some point it fell off. So that's kind of a bummer, but it's not going to come off. I'll put a zip tie on it for the time being. I'll let the owner know that little clip came off and fell off, but usually if you just push it down, it stays on its little guide, and I don't know, at one point it was there and now it's not. So I'll let the owner know about that. He really needs to get this car back as soon as possible. I've been extremely busy with my newborn, and work. That whole coronavirus has worked very busy. But by the time you guys will see this video, all that craziness will be done. So let's go ahead and get this in there now.